Smash upon the like button. Let's get it. The name is Law Nation.
Ready? Run from it.
Destiny.
Destiny arrives all the same.
And now
it's here. Or should I say,
I am.
And as the room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. It's including the Ice Wall. Shout out to the Grays, baby. Come on. Where my Tartarians at? Come on, baby. The Illuminati all over my body. And as this room fill up, just know that sharing is caring. Put HBO in the chat. Let's help a brother out for those who don't know. 5. I spoke up, Jerry. I literally spoke up, Jerry. Jerry. Wayne and things, baby.
My turn. Told me it was my turn.
Spartan!
My turn.
Prepare for glory!
One thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain, we stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame.
Oh, look at my African American.
All I ask.
3, 2, and 1. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate each and every last one of you all. Thank each and every last one of you all. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? All right. Shout out to you, Sadiq. I see you in the chat. Travis Powers, appreciate you guys. I hope all is well with you guys. Before we get into this show, put a 3 in the chat if everybody is okay, if the nation is okay and everything. We did talk already on other platforms about Woody not getting into the Hall of Fame. Jason Witten was qualified, but he's not getting into the Hall of Fame as well for this year. And I know there's neither here nor there, right? And I get it. We can talk about the hate that the Cowboys get, and that's Cowboys taxes, man. Just by being a fan of this team, sometimes we get, all of the hate that's thrown our ways because of the lack of success for the last 30 years, 30 seasons. But on the flip side, when they were successful, you got to be able to still showcase those that were, right? And what the way I see it, the way I see the Hall of Fame and all of these things is the way I look at it. Can you explain the story without him, right? And Woodson was the first hybrid kind of caliber of safety, right? Can we all agree to that part? He was the first Ed Reed before Ed Reed, first Sean Taylor before Sean Taylor, right? He was that hybrid style of safety, whereas you can put him on the roof, you can play him in the deeper thirds, you can play him inside the hook, he can play fourth side, he can be a run fit, he can be your cover-to-cover guy. And on top of that, he's a sure tackler, right? And he was cerebral enough to know where to be at on the field. So it's one of those things whereas it's kind of crazy. And the other thing is, too, of course, the Bill Belichick thing. I get it. I can understand the reasons why he's not a first ballot because of all of the rules and stuff like that with cheating and stuff. But can you explain the story without him, right? So those are things that you have to quantify here. On my Twitter, I just raised a question, and, of course, it went south. I said, hey, he checked mark on all of those boxes, right? And now I'm only with the belief that, shoot, at this point, maybe it's the thing that people have preconceived connotations as it relates to They just racially don't like him, right? And then that came to a point where a lot of people say, oh, Lord, I can't stand you, man. You know, why you going to bring in the race card, man? And then I had somebody else say, why you bring in the political cards and all of this stuff? But I just raised the question. It's not saying that it is. You know, you have to start asking yourself now, what is the reasons why he's not in? You're right? Because I'm seeing another guy that's in that he's by far, if you can explain the storylines, if I was an alien from outer space, I can say that 28 did more for the NFL from a dynamic aspect of the game than that 47. And that's all I was trying to say. But neither here nor there. Not to take it that way. I love everybody, independent opinion, you know. And the good thing about me is that I'm independently can stand tall on mine, right? So that's just the way I looked at it from that aspect. But it's not to sully or denigrate to take anything away from Lynch there, but to each his own, right? You got to figure out a way to what is the reason why he's not in. You got to explain it at some point. At some point, you got to give a reason why. And they don't have a reason why outside of the fact that it's Cowboys hate. And I can live with that, right? So it is for what it is. Black to the Roots says, Reed Blankenship or Cameron Curl at safety. I like both of them. Here's the thing. Whoever's comfortable enough to be within the confines of the system here, and that's just for what it is, right? Lynch damn sure doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame, period. No. I think Lynch, he's a two-time first team. He won a Super Bowl. He was on a team with the Super Bowl ring. 9 times Pro Bowler, right? So I think that he willfully belongs in that area, right, of the Hall of Fame, right? It's just the fact that how can you just explain Woodson not being in there, right? And that's the only thing, right? But neither here nor there. This is Jerry Jones on Parsons trying to recruit George Pickens. I brought up good old Jerry, man. Y'all, if y'all hear Jerry, blame me. Come on, man.
Think about Micah Parsons trying to get George Pickens to come to the Packers.
Well, I know that we think a lot of George Pickens as well, and I'm sure having played him, that he thinks a lot of him as well. So we're real proud to have him as a Cowboy.
Now, Parsons, to this degree, I would say, you know what? Hush your mouth, man. You know, just heal up and get ready for the 2026 season playing with Green Bay with the crazy color, right? And shout out to your mama Parsons, brother Parsons, baby Parsons, and Uncle Parsons. Shout out to all of the Parsons family. But come on, man. You know, look. Green Bay, you ain't going to get that much shine again now. The only reason why they putting that camera on him a little bit is because he got some type of relations with the Cowboys. Let's just be real with the conversation there. You know, hey, and I want to give flowers to J-Tuck doing a great job out there. He's not doing a good job. He's doing a great job. So give J-Tuck his flowers, man. He's out there shoulder to shoulder standing with folks and being able to be in the mix, man, with these players and answering and giving questions, Q&A. I think I saw a video of him and going at Stephen A. Smith. So shout out to my guy, Jay Tuck, for doing an unbelievable job, man. Give him his flowers, ladies and gentlemen, man. And follow his page, too. Jerry is winning. Yeah. Jerry is absolutely winning. With all of these type of things as relates to that. And shout out to Jesse Holler. He says CeeDee Lamb snatches the George Pickens 3. You know, George Pickens is number 3, GP3, back from all of the poachers out there. I can see that happening. George Pickens, this is going to have to be a two-way street. George Pickens going to have to want to be here too. But he got to stop listening to the outside noise. That outside noise will have him back in like a Steelers situation, whereas he's a nice wide receiver, but he ain't got nobody throwing him the ball. It takes two to tango. And if I'm a wide receiver, all money ain't good money. Put it like this. Would you rather have 40 million? Let's say, for example, a team throw him $40 million. Let's just do a quick math thing at it. Let's say, for example, if he's over there and he goes to a team that throws him $40 million, right? APY, some crazy number that they got. And then he plays at a really, really okay level for the next 3 or 4 years. He can't have that youthful years back. And then his next contract is going to be probably right at still $30 to $40 million. Whereas you can re-up and get 30 to 35 now, and then your next contract, you can probably re-up to 50 to 55, wherever the rate may be, or way beyond. All money ain't good money. And yes, I do believe, Alfred, Pickens is not going anywhere because Jerry himself will figure out a way. He'll figure out a way to either franchise tag him or do something of that nature. But before we go into those details, who won Comeback Player of the Year? Can somebody explain to me who won Comeback Player of the Year too? You know, I got freshman. Shout out to you. Let the AI speak.
At freshman _ cuted $11.10. Micah is becoming whacker and whacker as days go on. Dude, bitterness is unbelievable. He gone hates so hard when Jerry break the budget and we balling next year.
Yeah, I mean, everybody had these situations before. The scorn lover, right? You know, you break up and she's still following your account, liking all of your posts, showing up at the party with you and stuff like that. And you sitting there saying, hey, we broke up 10 years ago. What you doing pulling up at this spot? And I believe that that's what's going to happen because at the end of the day, Green Bay Packers, media, and their whole entire franchise, they don't have cameras and stuff. They don't have the visibility that the Cowboys are going to bring. So even if you play for a teaspoon of sack in here, you still get more visibility. I can't wait. The sooner we draft players now, the more people will start to fade away with the thoughts of this Parson thing. So Christian CMC, he won 2 awards. Okay. What was the other award that he won? You know, I know he won Comeback Player of the Year, right? And then what's the other one? You know, Offensive Player of the Year or something? I don't know. So it's crazy. But with that being said, let's listen to Rain Dakota Prescott on his thoughts of playing
in Brazil next year. How excited are you for that opportunity?
Oh, not Rain Dakota Prescott, but Jerry and them. Let's listen to him right quick.
To get back to an international game.
Well, I look to where our fans are. I'm excited about the Cowboy fans that we have in Brazil. I'm excited about the country of Brazil. I have a lot of business in Brazil. And so I have a lot of respect. And to be able to take our team, take the Cowboys down there, and be a part of their sports scene is a big deal.
Yeah, super excited. Being 10 years in the league and I hadn't played an international game. Excited for the travel. Just excited to go and play with the Cowboys across the world. Just give the fans in Rio and Brazil a chance to see us in person and just super excited for the experience.
I'm very excited. I've always wanted to play international games, and I've actually been to Brazil when I was a little kid playing soccer. So it's a mecca, this stadium in particular in Rio, for soccer players. I'm excited to be there. Wish I was good enough to play a soccer game there, but, I'll take a football game.
I feel like it's always cool to play the sport somewhere else. It's going to be a long trip. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be fun to play in a different country and travel somewhere I've never been, and I'm excited for it.
Thank you, Sal. Appreciate it.
Yes, that was Solomon Thomas, as well as a few other characters there. Appreciate them. Let's go to the other deal right here. This is Jerry Jones on the NFL Honors.
Playing in Brazil next year.
Wait a minute, it's the same one.
Excited or
Hold on. Come on now, YouTube. Hold on, let me get it right there. Now, I know I hit that one. I guess this is a little longer one. I don't know. They must have uploaded them twice up in here. But shout out to the NFL Honor. Shout out to the Cowboys.com for all of what they bring. If you're a big soccer person, put that down in the chat. Put SC or something like that in the chat. Appreciate all of the soccer lovers out there. Brandy states, member for 19 months. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. You know, I really appreciate those who's been around. I forgot. We got to sign Aubrey. We do. We got to get Aubrey going. Aubrey, you better get it right, bro. You better get it right because at the end of the day, it is one of those things. This is Brian Urlacher on Woody's quote-unquote snub. Bear with me. We're going to get it going for y'all.
Someone like, it won't be Darren Woodson. He's too classy.
He should be in the Hall of Fame, too. That's my favorite
what I
player.
want.
That's my favorite player of all time.
Please preach on
for
it.
the Cowboys. Bro, 6'3", 225 playing safety. You got 2 or 3 rings. I don't know if he was there.
Three.
Okay, 3 rings if you're factoring that in, which they didn't factor in for me because I didn't get any rings. But he should be in the Hall of Fame, man. That dude was unbelievable.
He was your favorite player?
Yeah, he still is. I love that guy. And he's such a good person. Like,
amazing.
when you talk to him.
$1 million smile.
Yeah, good-looking dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Treats everyone the same. And knock the piss out of you on the football field.
Tiny Urlacher look funny, don't he? That boy didn't lift no weight since he retired from the league. He wearing a medium shirt, but, man, he looks small over there, man. I guess, you know, hey, enjoy your money, man, after football.
Brian, he's not in the Hall of Fame. Put him in.
I'm waiting for some.
Hey, Tiny Urlacher, boy. I said, man, who that is again? I said, man. But, hey, it is for what it is. I echo the same thing that Urlacher is saying. He belongs in the Hall. And he said, hey, he's in there with no rings. And Tiny URL, huh? Tiny man. Shout out to Tiny Urlacher. That's funny. Don't tell him I told y'all about that. You know, leave those roids alone. Steroids, hey. Yeah, I guess when fellas start losing hair, that's when they start taking them roids. Y'all get what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Where were we?
I'm waiting for someone like, it won't be Darren Woodson. He's too classy.
He should be in the Hall of Fame, too. That's my favorite.
What I want.
Why I keep getting the same uploads on these things, man? What's going on with the net?
You trade a 25-year-old superstar?
Man, we ain't getting into that.
I'm moving Green Bay up the list.
Get out the way. Boy, my whole show log is all jammed up today.
Darren Woodson was a safety.
There we go.
He could do so many different things. And right now we're watching a lot of these nickel cornerbacks or converted safety cornerback guys that they're asking.
Hey, Hybrid 8867 says, man, Brian going to be looking for me, man. I just say, hey, man, just hit my good side, bro, so they'll know. Well, they'll know. They hit this paw right here. And then I'll finally get my own network and everything. All I need is about $250,500,000. You know, they'll probably get me into the right directions where I need to be at. So, Brian, if you don't like what I'm saying, come on, hit this side right here. Yeah, keep my teeth, though, because I heard them teeth, man, they hard. Man, they hard to replace. The side teeth do matter. So, hey, just hit me on my good side, Brian. Yes, indeed.
To tackle, they're asking to play at the line and do all these different things. You had one of the greatest nickel cornerbacks on your team with Rondé Barber, and he was used differently too. But that seems like it's becoming the new trend. Everybody's trying to find the new Darren Woodson, you know, with all these guys.
Well, what you're speaking of is like find a chess piece. Mm-hmm. You know, and that chess piece has usually been in the big safety, nickel corner. Call it what you like. It's a guy that's a hybrid that can cover, that can hit, that can do a bunch of different things. So I think that's kind of what you're looking for. You know, football has really become a positionless sport. You know, when you look at
I like the way he's breaking this down. I got to go listen to the full interview now. Oh, yeah, break it down.
Kyle Hamilton. You look at Antoine Winfield Jr. You look at Nick Emanwari. Like, these are guys that can do a lot of things. They're not just guys that are going to play safety or linebacker. Like, they can do a bunch of different things. So
Got a super chat. We'll pause for those. Come on with it. Brandy states, shout out to you for the $4.99 for your mind. She states here, Micah, mind your own business in Cheese City. This is Cowboys business now. Yeah, shoot. Come on with it. I agree 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. And are we still fond of Micah to a degree? Yes, but hey, he's an enemy now, so stay back.
Everybody's trying to find that chess piece.
Darren Woodson was a safety.
So when you talk about chess piece and you're talking about a player playing multiples, being able to be on top of the roof or being inside the slot or being able to follow your best wide receiver and stuff like that, or if your running back is on a wheel route and he's carrying upfield, can your safety cover those things? Well, the last guy to do that was Woodson, right? I don't think that we had anybody. Shout out to Barry Church. Who else we had maybe that could do those things? Now you got me. Maybe Ken Hamlin, right? Y'all remember him? He was only here for a sample size, right? So it's difficult, but when you find one, you keep them. And that is what Caleb Downs is to a degree, a smaller version of Woodson, of course, but those are the guys that you kind of look for, multiples. Somebody that can give you some impact in the middle of the field, that can cover the deeper thirds and also come down and hit and fit, So, yeah. Take me to church. What messed Roy Williams up was the rulings, right? That messed him up when the NFL got PC and they want to change the rulings and stuff like that. And let's listen to what he said about special teams.
We talk about all three phases of the game all the time. Considering both of these teams have had multiple return touchdowns, and then you mentioned the Rams, like special teams very directly linked to their downfall. How big do you think special teams could be in maybe swaying this game?
Special teams are always a part of the game. Like sometimes sometimes it pops up and it's very glaring.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't. But there's always special teams involved. Like football it's usually 80 to 90 plays total. Offense.
Yeah. Before he get into that, I just want to say special teams, very, 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 very much so special. I remember, who's old enough to remember Desmond Howard, right? They won that Super Bowl because of him. Green Bay Packers back in the days. Who's old enough to remember Jacoby Jones? May he rest in peace, right? The Ravens won the Super Bowl because of him, right? Of course, we had Kmart and all of them boys back in the days, and they did help us out. Anytime you can get a shorter field, man, that's what makes the Seattle Seahawks very difficult. When they traded for that 22, that kid that they got over there, if he can shorten the field for them, and then it's not just the returns, it's the blocking. Special teams. Look, let me just say this with special teams, and you just don't want to overlook special teams altogether. If you got a good special teams, you got a good disciplined team. Let me say this again. If you got a real good special team, you got a real good disciplined team. You can't win games by being undisciplined. And special teams will let you know if your team is well disciplined. On the penalties, on the coaching strategies, especially these are guys that's trying to make the team. These are guys that's hungry. Normally they are the youth. Normally they are the kind of caliber of team that a guy is literally walking on thin ice on whether he will make the team or not. And if you have a strong special team, then you can go back and look at all of those teams that won Super Bowl and beyond, that they had somebody on that special team, whether they're the gunner, kickoff returner, a punt return specialist, a punter, a field goal kicker. There was a time that you can literally argue that the first three Super Bowls that the Patriots were able to accumulate was because of the foot Because of the foot. Look up how many Super Bowls the Patriots won. Can somebody please do that in the chat? That they won with 3 points or less, you know? It was because of the foot. And I remember vividly, I think the first 3 Super Bowls that they won, it was within 1 score, right? And that was with them having the cheat codes and everything. Tape already seen from the opposing operations of the ops. That special team is very special. Now, we do have a specialized kicker, right? And one can argue that, you know, it's more political, you know, that we got a good kick returner. But that damn kick returner for the Seattle Seahawks, oh, yeah. Tomorrow, he may showcase a real good spotlight for a lot of teams. For the Seattle Seahawks. I forgot his name. I just know his number, 22. I know for sure he gave us hell when he was with the Saints. Adam Vinatieri, yes, ice cold. I know you with me on this one. You know, yeah. Adam Vinatieri. If you go back, y'all, and look at what he was able to do, man, the special team is something special, man.
Defense, special teams. Your team has 80 to 90 plays. They all count.
Yeah.
They all count. There's none of them that you can say, they all count. Extra point used to be the easiest play in football.
Yeah.
Now it's 33 yards. Like, it counts.
We talk about all 3
phases.
phases.
It counts very, very, very much so. Before we go any further, let's you can sleep on a lot of things, but just don't sleep on this.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt. Download Sleeper. Use promo code LAW. That's law. And with that being said, $20 from me to you is added to your beautiful account. Keep this onto your mental mindset that when you put $100 in, they will match up to $100 on your first initial deposit. I appreciate y'all for giving me the name, Rashid Shaheed. Here's the other thing, though. Even we're gonna get into some meat and potatoes of this conversation today. I know a lot of people this Saturday. I know a lot of people busy doing their other things, and there will be a lot of you guys watching as it relates to Rewind Game. But those who are here now, appreciate y'all, love y'all to the stars and back. Here's another thing. When players, he's not playing tomorrow, and you talking about Rashid Shaheed, is he hurt or something? That's going to be a good deal for the Patriots. Maybe they got some Bohemian Grove stuff. But here's what I want to say with Rashid Shaheed, how you say that kid's name. When players eat us up like that, I want the Cowboys to say, you know what? We're going to get them on our side. You know what I'm saying? If it's a situation and scenario, we should have, I don't know who would have been more valuable. And I get it, but that would have been like an easy layup for us because Jalen Tolbert gots to know. I think Jalen Tolbert was somewhere still around here when Kellen Moore was here, right? Oops. I'm not trying to say that Shaheed is more valuable than a Jalen Tolbert, but man, I would love to figure out a way to get somebody with that type of speed here. And all I'm saying is when teams have a player, they get us like that, I sometimes be wanting the Cowboys to start targeting those boys, right? When they hear these guys on the trade blocks and beyond. I think the Cowboys need to do more of that, you know, outside of all of the other stuff that they've been doing. I think that the Cowboys need to, when they get guys that run through us like dog diarrhea, I think we need to start attacking those guys, right? I haven't heard most of this, but let's listen to a piece of this And this is Ian Rappaport on the coach here. Appreciate y'all.
Wise, all good. Human-wise, I think really, really good.
Yes.
Like, there was a lot that Dallas dealt with, obviously.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you're supposed to handle that. I really don't. He seemed to really do an incredible job of, like, being there for the players, but also, like, helping them continue to play. Pretty promising stuff early on.
All right, so pretty promising stuff early on with Schottenheimer. I haven't gotten you guys' opinion on him. On a scale of 1 to 10, and I should have did this a couple of weeks ago, where do you guys rank Schottenheimer's rookie season as the head coach? And I know he didn't have all of that on his bingo card his first year, like a player passing away, and Michael Parsons gone away, the defense being skid marked dead last in most categories. I know that he said, man, I didn't know that this was going to be on the test. I didn't know, man. Yes, indeed. A lot of you guys already getting your schedule down. 7 on .09, ice cold. I feel you. 7, Yolanda. Shout out to you, DC White. Ace Boog at 8. Alfred said, man, pluck it. 2 tears in a bucket, man. Give that man a 10. You know what I'm saying? And he can get in. Ray says 7. 8.5 from Sadiq. 8. Jera Jones says, man, I'm not finna give myself a bad grade on this. A 10. And then we got D'Angelo and them with a super chat. Let the AI speak on it.
At D'Angelo Brown, $87.06. Hey Law, did you see that Emmitt Smith versus Ocho Cinco on Nightcap about George picking?
I haven't. I absolutely, and I appreciate you so much for that support, man. I thank you so much, man.
Take the money out, all of it.
All of it now. All of it. Don't leave.
Wasting my time now. Come on.
Don't leave the other $4. If it was 10 now, come on. I was playing with you, man, but that's the 6. Thank you so much. A lot of you guys giving him passing grades. Anything above 5 and 6, it's not kind of like a passing grade for him for his rookie year. Believe it or not, I think I had this in my queue to talk about. I haven't heard it, by the way. Let me see if I have it over here. Hold on. Yeah, see, I have it right here. And I haven't even played it. I just skipped past all of the intro. I was going to go over that today if I have time. It's 1:19, so I'm going to try to hurry up and try to rush the show a little bit. We can definitely talk about that. And then, of course, I got a Super Bowl party tomorrow. I want to see all of y'all beautiful faces out there. Let me click off of this and go back to the Instagram. I got to go off of it and come back in. Y'all know how Instagram get, boy. You just never know. You can't open up Instagram blindly these days. Everything be out there. But I want to start off with this part right here before we go into details. And I appreciate y'all so much. I want to play this part because this is what I did here of Emmitt Smith, and I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Boom, bam.
But I know one thing: we started solidifying and stopping the offense from sliding backwards. Now we just got to step up. And we done seen this road too many times. In 30 years, if we have not learned how this thing is going to go, everybody around here can probably predict where it's going to go. Only way it changes, if certain things changes, that sends a different signal than what you've seen over the last 30 years. Now that we have all these picks, now that we made the trades, now that we got Schottenheimer in here stabilizing the offense with Dak Prescott had one of his best years.
Listen properly to the bald-headed wonder with the silver beard. You know, yeah. Listen properly.
We got a 1,000-yard rusher. We didn't have a defense. We didn't have nobody that can stop a cold in Alaska butt naked after a cold shower. We could run. You could run the ball down our throat, and there was nothing we could do about it. But we got 2 big dogs in the middle now.
Quinn and Garrett.
Yeah. So we got some picks. We got some options. I want to see how we manage the next 6 months. The best way to describe the Cowboys this year, I would say if we have a boring offseason. Hey. A boring offseason.
Listen.
And that means we selected the right people and letting everybody else talk, but somebody says, I ain't saying nothing.
I ain't saying nothing. And I know he used the phrase wrong, you know what I'm saying, with the butt naked in Alaska sliding down a pole, you know what I'm saying. The actual phrase is you can't catch a cold in Alaska, butt naked sliding down a pole, you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna let Emmitt Smith make it, you know what I'm saying, because I'm getting to what he's trying to say with our defense right now, you know what I'm saying, last season. And this thing right here is a real conversation. I got Keitra. Let the AI speak.
At Ketriativis-VR2 key $5. Mike is still talking, telling AJ he was almost an Eagle in the trade, but he turned down cause he wanted to play with Carter.
AJ. You talking about AJ Brown? See, and he wanted to play with Carter. Huh? That don't make sense though, Davis. Unless you say he didn't want to play with Carter. Because I don't think they got a Carter over there in Green Bay land, right? I could be off. Here's what I want to say though. They already had news that one of the stipulations that he couldn't go to the Eagles, right? Or I think they had something in the contract with stipulation that he couldn't go to an NFC East team, which is rightfully so, right? I mean, you don't want to strengthen the team within the confines of your own division. What Jerry should have said is, with stipulations that he couldn't go to the NFC, period. But I get it, you know. For what we were able to get from Green Bay, plus them paying Parsons $47 million, that's a lot of money, is phenomenal, right? So I get it, you know. I can't. Carter Bryant, not good for the Spurs, though. Shout out to you. D-Law be wearing a ring. Yeah, I feel you on that, Sean. I think D-Law. I think the Seattle Seahawks will win tomorrow. But we're going to be doing the play-by-play. We're going to have a fun watch party tomorrow, and we will see how all of that can work its way out. Micah misses the fam and acclaim from wearing the star. You know, I feel you, man. Law, that was Micah who said that on the podcast Friday. Yeah, he might have said it. Micah Parsons may have said it, but it was already reported that the stipulations of the contract of them trading is that he couldn't be traded to an NFC East team. So I don't know. I don't know. Should I trust Parsons or should I trust someone else? And I'm not beating up Parsons. Sometimes he have a difficult part of articulating himself in a greater dynamic way of speaking. But that's a whole nother conversation. Hope that whatever he do, that he continue to do well. But until he play us, we don't want none of those good things to happen, you know. So it is for what it is. Micah can leave. Oh, man, how you going to talk about Micah like that, man? But let's listen to the rest of this. Shout out to Emmitt, because I want y'all to hear the rest of this right here, because I'm all down for having a boring offseason.
Yeah. Because 30 years of saying something has not worked. Sometimes you just need to be quiet.
On your face.
Sometimes you just need to be quiet and let things just happen the way that.
Put some respect on your face, man. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah.
We got to go. Would you re-sign George Pickens?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That'd be one of the first things I do. Because that's one way to keep it silent.
Woo, baby.
At D'Angelo Brown, $87.05. Did Lamb and Pickens show up on a Micah podcast yesterday?
Oh, I don't even know. So y'all have to let me know. Is he still doing his podcast show? Is Parsons still doing his podcast show? I don't know, but shout out to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know whether or not he showed up on the show. I haven't seen it been populating. But I will say this, though, with Emmitt Smith, he's right on par. I want a boring offseason. We don't need to relive Technically, will you pay Pickens? Will you not pay Pickens? And then when people start talking about, hey man, he's not really worth it, and he's a cancer to the locker room. Look at him moping around, chin longer than Jay Leno's face. You know, all of this stuff. And we don't need that. We definitely don't need all of that. We don't need the antics. You know, I would say the Cowboys, if they say deadline make deals, right? They say deadline make deals, right? Well, the Cowboys, this is what the Cowboys need to do. Create a deadline, an ultimatum or something like that, and say, hey, what we got right here is a deal. And we're going to try to negotiate with your agent, Trevor Smith, David Mulugheta, Athletes First, all of y'all, come on down to the yacht. That's what you got the yacht for, or to the summer house, whatever you guys are at. And let's get this deal done. And you will ultimately want this deal done before you get into the draft, right? So the Cowboys really, if they're about business and standing on it, and Jerry Jones saying he's going to bust open the budget and bust it down and all of this stuff, then bust it down the best way possible by playing the guys that should be getting paid. There should be none of this crazy stuff about, hey, we got to see who else going. We got what were you saying? Something about leaves falling off the trees, waiting for other leaves to fall? No. Make it plain and boring. We don't need no season on this chicken. And you can just go ahead and say, hey, this is the bland chicken that we got for you. Make your own deadline, Jerry Jones, and said if we can't get this deal done by this time frame, we're going to slap maybe, because you don't want to let people run off with the plug for free. You can slap a tender on him and say, hey, we want 2 first rounds or we want 2 second round picks if you want to get them, blah, 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 blah. You can literally do it that way. I think that we deserve this, right? We deserve this. We don't deserve the fact that the Cowboys are going to go through this offseason talking about, hey, we're going to go ahead and sign everybody but Pickens. And the money that we now have, we don't have no money to sign Pickens. So, therefore, we're going to go into the draft looking for another wide receiver. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's not do that at all, ladies and gentlemen. And I know it's easier said than done. And Jerry said, hey, we're going to be aggressive. Jerry Jones, bust the budget. Slogan suggests that the Cowboys could be aggressive in 2026. Now, he had us all hyped on Kool-Aid. I'm infusing Kool-Aid with Johnny Walker Blue. And we were saying, yeah. And shout out to Clarence Hill, who was saying basically, all in. The Cowboys, are you going all in? And they went all out. They didn't go in nowhere, right? I don't like these type of headlines just to be headlining, right? We need some actual tangible things to be happening. And that would be, ladies and gentlemen, the Cowboys re-signing Pickens, restructuring Dak, restructuring Tyler Smith or whoever contract that you can feasibly get your hands on so that you can prorate this money, spread it out, and get the people and the resources you need for this very, very young defense. This young defensive staff. You got to do that. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got another super chat. Let the AI speak.
At Ketriadavis-VR2 key $10. He said the trade offer was for Jalen Carter and picks for him, but if Jalen Carter was leaving the Eagles, he wouldn't go. His reason for wanting to go to Eagles was to play with Jalen Carter.
So that's new news to me. So you're saying that the Cowboys wanted Jalen Carter for Parsons, and he wanted to play with Carter, and not the other way around. Well, hey. I don't know if I'm gonna take his word for it, but that seemed reasonable because that was the case in the scenario where the Jets didn't want to get up off of Quentin Williams at the time. And they, I get it. They probably looking at it. They had high optimism and high hopes that they was going to change that around. And you saw how that went, right? And when we did hear storylines that the Jets were at play, but they didn't want to move off of Quentin Williams, right? They tried to send us Doritos and old chips, basically, and we was like, nah. And the other team was the Carolina team. Was the brown kid there that we wanted him? And they was like, nah, that's our enforcer inside. And we see Brown being, I think his name is Derek Brown, that they didn't want to move off of Derek Brown for Parsons. So I can see that. And then I guess we can't trust anybody over here on the 3-ladder, the 4-ladder network, or within the confines of the Cowboys media because of the simple fact that they came out with their report. So, yeah, it is for what it is. Dre Maddox says it really wasn't Parsons' choice. Ooh, yeah, technically, you're right. It wasn't his choice. Like, he didn't say, send me the 49ers then, Yeah, so, yeah, you're right. It wasn't his choice, right? Because I'm quite sure he didn't know that he was going to Green Bay until he got there. Shoot, I don't see people yelling, hey, send me to Green Bay, man, He got there and he probably started saying, you know what, I'm going to make it do what it do, baby. I like being here. I mean, cold as hell, you know what I'm saying? I know the family members ain't saying, yeah, man, let's move up everything. Let's rip up everything and move to Green Bay. I guarantee you they ain't saying that. I know for sure they didn't want to go all the way up there. And the Cowboys, for what it is a situation that Jerry Jones, the way he's saying things, just like he says no one misses the Super Bowl more than him. Well, nobody been in the way of us getting to the Super Bowl more than him. So this is like a double entendre right here, right? Right? Or let's listen to Grandpa Jerry one more time.
Well, I think we need to obviously get this defense in better shape. No one misses the Super Bowl any more than I do, and so I want our fans to know how much we're working to get better.
Yeah. So here's what I want the Cowboys to do. Let your actions be your words. Let your actions speak loud for you. Because you don't have to open your mouth no more, Jerry. I promise you. You don't have to open your mouth no more. We don't know what Robert Kraft sound like right about now, right? And can somebody give me the name of the damn owner for the Seattle Seahawks? We don't even know what they sound like right now, right? How many pressers? Matter of fact, we hear more from you than we hear from the guys that's absolutely owning teams that's going to the Super Bowl or just in the Super Bowl, right? So at this point, Jerry, and I get it. I know how you can put lipsticks on this damn pig and you can say all of this stuff about money being moved here and there. I get all of that. Because you can't fool me because I heard this storyline before about trading this guy or picking up this guy. Or I heard Kraft just moans, man. Hey, pause, man. Wait a minute now. Hold on now. Ice cold, man. What's going on, man? How you heard about that, man? Pause, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Massage Kraft, okay. Yeah. Hey, man. That's crazy, man. Oh. Robert, what you doing? Oh. Hey, what's going on there? Oh, happy endings you actually for. Well, you crazy, man. All right, so we heard this storyline before with Jerry, man.
What does signing Zeke mean? What does this
Remember this?
mean for the team, for the season,
for getting past the division, all of that?
Well, I just turned my pockets out.
Remember this?
It means I'm $100 million lighter as of this morning. But seriously, Zeke has been arguably our best player. I'm not trying to be unfair to anybody else, but he's an incremental part to our success. We're glad to get him booked in. We're glad to have him on the team. He plays a position that has some pretty interesting dynamics to it, because running backs are short-lived, although we had what I consider to be one of the top 5 greatest ones in Emmitt Smith. And Emmitt ran the ball for 13 years, so you don't have to have a 4 or 5 year career to be a running back. On the other hand, Zeke allows us to create such problems for the defense that then we can open it up to our passing, open it up for Dak Prescott. Of course, we got to have some guys on defense to get those guys the ball. That's what this is all about.
Can we say that Zeke is better than Emmitt ever was?
Oh, I don't want to say that. Zeke wouldn't want me to say that.
Boy, this time, boy, this didn't age well, huh, Jerry? Huh? Come on, let's
say this. They both have a lion heart. And believe it or not, Bill Parcells used to give lectures on just how lion-hearted a running back has to be. They're continually taking the pounding. They continually have to gather it up and go some more. Who could forget against the New York Giants, Emmitt Smith running with a knockdown shoulder to win that game when we had to win it, to go to the playoffs that ultimately led us to a Super Bowl. Zeke has a big heart. Now he's got a thick pocketbook, too.
Yeah, I mean.
Rex! Longhorn! Stay down, Longhorn! So, Jerry, man, I know you can turn it on when you need to, man. And I'm not beating up Ezekiel Elliott, but to put him in the room of an Emmitt Smith, who was a different kind of caliber of running back, who avoided the big hits, right? Didn't lower his shoulder or head in order to get extra yards. Emmitt was a guy that was ultra elusive, right? And he had a nice stiff arm that he would put out there, and very, 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 very underrated. Was never considered the best of the best running backs, because they gave every piece of the credit to either Michael Irvin, to Troy Aikman, to the offensive line, and they said, oh, well, this is Emmitt, man, anybody can do that, right? And then when Richardson got in there, or the other guy, I forgot his name at the tip of my tongue, they didn't do the same thing, right? They didn't look like Emmitt. Emmitt was one of a kind. And it go back and forth about Emmitt versus Barry, but people were putting everybody above Emmitt. I remember vividly, right? Thurman Thomas, who forgot his helmet, right? Oh, my God. Barry Foster, Barry Sanders, Natron Means, all of those boys. Everybody was better than Emmitt until it was time for Emmitt to run, you know, and especially the damn Lions, because they said the Lions had no good offensive line. And I'm sitting here like, man, Loomis Brown is over here wearing a gold jacket. They had another all-pro offensive lineman on that line too, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, Troy Hambrick was the other guy. Appreciate you, Sergeant, man, appreciate you. Troy Hambrick was the next guy. But, man, I wonder if Ezekiel Elijah Elliott still got that $100 million, though. Holler at your boy, Zeke. Holler at your boy, man. Let me hold about let me just hold $9, man. You know? Hey, Zeke, send me $9, man. All right, before we go into this next segment here, I appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in for Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. It's always a pleasure of me going over things with you guys. But I want to say this, though. If you're ever in a situation in a jam like you could be and you need to hit that rewind, I'm going to tell you, because we all look to hit that rewind here and there. But some of you guys be driving in Dallas, right? And somebody may hit you, fender bend, or T-bone you, and you need to hit that reset button or rewind button because you called the wrong people. Well, let me tell you who you need to call.
There are times in life you wish you had a do-over. If you're in a wreck, make the smart choice right away. Frenkel and Frenkel, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214 or 817 every 3. You can dial Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers, backed by a combined of 100 years of experiences. That's a lot of it on the table. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, if you can't dial that number, just visit FrenkelFirm.com, and someone there should be able to assist.
A former MVP, Super Bowl MVP, first ballot Hall of Famer. Here he is, 1990 classmate.
Mm-hmm.
We go way back.
Uh-huh.
We ain't gonna miss you.
SLs.
Black College Beach Week. This is my dog, Emmitt Smith. So, as Ocho said, what do we got here? What's
what you got in your hand right now is a Tableau device that connects. It's an antenna that connects to your television network, and it streams live stuff throughout the entire house.
Yeah.
As far as every room that has a TV and it can connect through it. You get over 125 channels, and not to mention you can
Tableau, y'all reach out to me, man. Let me push that product, man, and just put Emmitt on the side. Tableau, I'm gonna reach out to Tableau and tell them let me just do that segue. So shout out to Tableau, man. Come on, man.
Watch, pause, record, live television stuff, news, local news, live sports and popular shows. You can do all those kind of things just as if you would paying a subscription for something. Yeah. Instead of paying all these different subscriptions, you can do a lot right there on Tableau.
So them people ain't gonna come to my house though, are they, Emmitt?
What people? No, you can say
Yeah, them people ain't gonna come to the house, ain't it? He ain't out there slinging them, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Come on, Emmitt, you know. you ain't sending that, you ain't hooking up the bootleg stuff, are you?
Up on your own.
No, I'm just talking about because we get all this stuff that we ain't paying for.
What people you talking about?
Them people that say, hey, you ain't paying for
them people. Who them people?
Look at my African American over here.
They gave that to you.
Okay.
These people gave it to you. I would
say Emmitt gave me this. So if y'all got some problem, y'all can take it over here.
Now, if you want to write, you want to pay taxes on it, then that's on you. But that's a gift. That's under $1,000, under $10,000. So you should be good.
Shit. Hey, just move on from that subject matter.
I'm gonna use this. I'm definitely gonna use this. Because you pay one subscription, right? No, you just pay one time. One time, and you get all this stuff. Yeah. You don't have to pay the monthly stuff. This is McDonald's guy. This is a guy that used to wear fake stuff to wear. Yeah. So he gets it. Not no more. I said used to. I did say used to. Yes, sir.
What's been good? What's going on?
Yeah, get to the football.
Man, everything's good. I can't complain.
Still in Dallas.
Still not gonna man. Yep, still doing that. Kids still growing up. Mm-hmm. My son EJ is getting prepared for his pro day at A&M. That's dope. And so giving him sending love his way and wanting to see if he can fulfill his dreams as well. So you know how that is.
I got to get Emmitt to the studio then if he's right there in Dallas, man. And let me sling that Tableau.
Yeah.
I got an important question too, huh?
Go ahead.
I got a very important question because we're dealing with someone here, the greatest star, the greatest player to wear that star on his helmet. So I've always had
one of. You got to do one of.
With Cowboys fans. Mm-hmm. They've gotten on me. They got on you for what? Selfish. Because I'm thinking about George Pickens.
Right. Oh, yeah, they get right to it, man. Appreciate you. They getting right to it. Okay, good.
He is and what he was able to show in the small sample size and how great he can be in the right situation. It's time for him to get paid. I would like to know your thoughts my thoughts before you go, is him going to a team where he can maximize his true value. Right. What do you think?
King is getting paid.
I would say George Pickens is at the right place. He is in the right place. He has a place where he can flourish. He has a place right alongside CeeDee Lamb. Yes.
Okay.
But I think you have to have a Batman and a Robin together. Irvin had Harper.
Come on.
Rice had John Taylor.
Yes. John Taylor.
And
And even
and
when you
J.J.
go back
Stokes.
to
Swan and Stallworth.
and Swan and Stallworth.
Yes.
So you have to have that kind
Hill
of
and
scenario.
Pierce.
And I think what you saw was a glimpse of how good he can really become in a system that supports that type of environment.
Yes.
And so my hope is that Jerry and George get this contractual stuff behind them so we don't have to be dealing with all these questions during this time of season. The Dallas Cowboys deserve, and the fans deserve, a very quiet, boring offseason.
Come on, keep preaching, man. Keep preaching, man.
When has that ever happened?
That's why they deserve one.
Yeah.
That's why they deserve one.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. And I love the examples of the duos that you just said. But when I think about George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, those are two number ones. So based on what George Pickens has done and what George Pickens has showed you, whatever contract, the one that he deserved, it has to overlap that of CeeDee Lamb's.
Maybe, maybe not. First and foremost.
So you want to take a pay cut?
First of all, we don't know if he is the number one.
Come on with it. And I hope Emmett can stand on business and be able to go back and forth with these guys. Jeremy said J.J. Stokes wasn't that good, had the drop season. Then they went and got T.O., right? When you had the braces and everything. Shout out to T.O. My thoughts on, and I think J.J. Stokes was like the third wide receiver, something like that. Hines and Rison, okay. Andre and them, okay. All debates. You know, the greatest assembled team ever as far as those wide receivers was Moss and Chris Carter and what was the other guy? Jake Reed. Ooh, they was deadly, boy, but they couldn't win. And then what's the other team? Tim Brown and Jerry Rice. Oh my God, that Raider team that 1 year. Oh yeah. That was a good combo there.
A number one don't quit. A number one goes through and don't pout when he doesn't get the ball. A number one understand that defenses could be doubling up on one,
right?
And you don't get not a throw. A number one says, okay, I'm gonna draw double coverage. You better tear that one-on-one up by yourself.
Yes, sir.
A number one says, hey, how can we run the ball? I mean, we're trying to throw the ball against double coverage over here, and I got guys all over me. And,
yes, sir.
And I got to defend. I'm playing the defensive back. You didn't hire me to play DB.
Right.
So a number one says, run the daggone ball when there's 6 in the box or 7 in the box.
What did Michael tell you in cover 2? What did he tell you?
But Michael says, throw it to me anyway. I'm going to go get it. And Mike went and got it.
Hey,
but Mike went and got it.
Right.
Yeah. Cover 2, you got to run them up out of it.
But Mike ran and got it, though. Mike was never afraid of going.
Damn, they should have had Michael Irvin. That would have been dope. If they would have put Mike right here, if they put Michael Irvin right here, boy, that'll be a crazy podcast, man. Hey, Shay, call Mike, man. Fly him out, man. And y'all redo this conversation. Yeah.
One in there against 2 guys or 3 guys.
Yeah.
Mike tell you right now, you throw that slant, my folks back in Miami gonna eat.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna catch that slant. I may get knocked out,
right.
But I'm gonna catch that slant. I'm gonna go on the ground like this. Catch. And they're gonna be moving the chains.
Yeah.
And so that's the mentality that George needs to develop. You said a key word. He has to get in that system that affords him the opportunity to showcase he's the number one. Harper thought he was the number one until he went to Tampa.
Come on,
a system also give you the ability to shine at your best. The right system. The wrong system will hold you back.
But this is the funny thing about it is George Pickens has the skill set. Me knowing receivers is he has the skill set to go anywhere and be able to show what he can do.
I doubt that.
Hey. Shout out to my guy, Koye, Media. I always steal this from him when he said, would you rather be a king for a day or a prince for a lifetime? In the chat, would you rather be a king for a day or a prince for a lifetime? These 2 guys right now, and I know, football is not for long. Don't y'all know that they can do something monumental? They can break away all of the damn narratives right now if they just act upon it. Jerry, Listen, both of these guys can be the Prince for a lifetime. Lamb and George Pickens. They can literally, like, if George Pickens understood where he came from, right? Eating slop over there in Pittsburgh, being the focal point on that damn team as it relates to the wide receiver play, right? And even when Robinson went there, I think Allen Robinson went there, he was like, man, that Pickens nice, you know. But there are some things that he was doing, even as the contributor of the number one, that he had to slow it down for, because those quarterbacks were not able to handle him. And if anybody who's been built to handle George Pickens, who went through the Dez Bryant era, who went through and survived all of that with trying to find a wide receiver, ultimately to get Amari Cooper to live through that and to have a CD Lamb, he's built for it. Why would you take for what you've seen out of your best season ever, that when you pull up Cowboys history and wide receiver total yards, even though he wears 3, he's the number 3 wide receiver of all time in a single season in Cowboys history, to generate the numbers that he generated last season? Why would you throw that away? Why would you throw that away for a maybe or a possibility down the stretch? Now, I get it. All macho guys that's in the chat, alpha males, hey, I get it. Everybody want to be a king in their own castle. Until it's time to get dethroned, right? You're like, damn, I shouldn't have been the king of this one. All walls are made out of bricks without straws. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to hold up. But we got a fortress over here. And I ain't talking about Fortnite. We got a full fortress over here. And all we got to do is continue to build upon that. So that will be my speech to keep Pickens here. I would literally say that to the agency. Athlete first. Are you guys really first for the athlete? Or you first for your pocket lining? And I know that 10% can take you a long way. But all money ain't good money. Because you can double it back up in 3 to 4 years when it's time to renew. But if you go after all of that food now, you ain't gonna be able to carry it. You ain't gonna be able to pull it up when it's time to get up that hill. When it's time to defend that money all that money you got, you won't be able to see it. It'll be just like Devontae Adams going to the damn Raiders. Just a waste of time. And he's out there crying on the field, talking about, I don't know. Man, you knew going to the Raiders at that time, you went and chased the bag. Now, granted, this past season, he was in a whole better situation with the Rams. But you don't want that storyline. Come on with it. Go ahead and be that Prince for a lifetime.
I'm telling you, because we saw him do it in Pittsburgh,
bro,
in Spurs, and they didn't even have a quarterback.
Bro, you put George's system in Oakland.
You put George Pickens in Oakland?
Put him in Oakland.
With Mendoza coming?
No.
Vegas.
No. You put him in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, right now?
Right now.
Get in the ball. Put it in his hands.
Nope.
Put him in position to make the plays.
You got to have somebody that can get him the ball.
Right. Get him the ball. So all I'm saying is the way when he flourishes at is when he got somebody that can get him the ball, and there's a concerted effort. Whether you double him or double CD, one of them going to be one-on-one. And I better destroy somebody that's one-on-one. If I'm not destroying somebody one-on-one,
Oakland do got enough money.
Free too. He's one-on-one.
Right.
And so I'm going to run him out of that, and they're going to have to go back to cover 2.
Yep.
And I'm going to get mine.
Right. But see, nobody's
that's the
understanding
unselfish part about football. I knew if it was 8 in the box, I'm like, dang, I can't get 100. But I tell you what, that 8th man gonna get it.
Yes.
He gonna feel it. 4th quarter, he ain't gonna want to stick his head in there.
Yeah.
That's what has to happen. And I knew going into certain games, whether it was against Philly, when Buddy Ryan had that 8-man, that bear defense. I'm like, man, I'd be lucky to get 55 yards today. And so, but I knew that. But I'm looking at Herb. Better eat.
Yeah.
Better eat, because when it's my time to eat, I'm gonna eat.
Yes, sir.
So that's the yin and the yang of the game, because the system and the defense also dictates what's happening. Because they can bracket you without even covering you.
Yeah.
And close down the throwing lanes and the throwing gaps. And guess who has to pull the trigger? The quarterback. And if he's not comfortable with those small windows, he ain't throwing it your way.
Yeah.
Ain't got nothing to do with the system.
We had a conversation yesterday. Ocho and I was having a conversation.
Hopefully that answers your question.
All right. I'm trying to look for this this point right here that I wanted to make. Let me see if I can find it, though. I think I can find it right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
And the natty and he cried, cool. I wouldn't be saying shit. This is the 4th consecutive motherfucking interview where I see this motherfucker crybaby.
Why don't you like him?
I don't like crybabies. Okay. Number one, I'll just tell you straight out. I don't like crybabies.
Thank you.
So I don't like crybabies. I don't want a crybaby around me. I don't want a motherfucker that paints his nails around me. I don't want feminine shit around me in a football locker room. I want feminine shit around me in my bedroom.
So crying to you is a sign of femininity.
Every game, yeah.
I was trying to find that clip of him breaking down Mendoza as the quarterback, and I think that JB, he does a great job. I've been following him now, and he does a great job of just being transparent with it. And I love the way he broke it down as relates to Mendoza. And if Pickens, y'all already heard him crying, right? And the Raiders got a lot of money. I'm going to try to find this clip. The Raiders got a lot of freaking money. And if Pickens go there, and if this dude is already crying from winning this and that, I can only imagine. I hope I can find this damn clip, man. Man, if I can find that clip, I might not can find it on the fly. But he had a very good point. I wanted to showcase to you guys about it, and shout out to Mendoza. But the Pickens will be epic failure in Raiders land if he try to go there and to say, okay, I'm the wide receiver one there, on a new coaching staff and all of this stuff, and if they fool around and draft Mendoza and stuff like that, it's not going to work out. I'm going to tell y'all right now. And I'm not beating up Mendoza, you know what I'm saying? But let me see what he said.
Jason, Fernando Mendoza, man, he's single and has no girlfriend because he has made it his priority to focus on football and not on girls. The man said, I don't have time for a girlfriend. Girls are very distracting. If I have one, I'd give her my all, hanging out instead of watching extra film. JB, what's your thoughts? Do you respect this?
It's classic burnout behavior. What happens is, if you're a kinesiology master's degree holder like myself, what happens is you study burnout. Burnout is when you over-exercise the brain, the body, whatever.
All right, man. I'll get back to it. I'll find it, y'all. I'll find it and I'll repurpose it. Yeah.
Dude, it's a little selfish on your part a little bit. It's a little selfish on the Cowboys fans' part as well, because I'm looking at something else.
Chad,
you're looking at the right thing.
Chad, remember we had the conversation yesterday, and I told I told Chase, and Chase was trying to tell me he X, Y, and Z. I said, well, number one, I said, you never let how much you get in the ball or the situation dictate how hard you play.
No.
You play hard regardless of circumstances. Whether I catch 10 balls or I catch one, I'm going to play hard. We've seen him drift. Forget about anything that may or may not have happened in Pittsburgh, late for this, late for that, or whatever the case may be. But we've seen it firsthand that when he's not getting the ball, it became a national story because
it only became a national story because he played for the doggone Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's a national story. That's why it's nationalized, right? All right, name me the wide receiver in the National Football League that don't drift, right? Name me that wide receiver, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all can. Name me that wide receiver that said, you know what, I'm good, I don't need the ball, or I'm only going to complain when I'm getting the ball too much. I don't know no wide receiver like that. I don't even want him if that's the case. I don't think that there's a situation where there's been a dog of a wide receiver that's been all hush-hush, and all he did was caught the ball. Even Marvin Harrison would get mad at you, but he was blessed, though, by him playing right next to Reggie Wayne and things, right? So I don't know that wide receiver that's hush-hush. Y'all let me know. Jog my memory. That was really good. Even Larry Fitzgerald get mad at you. He rarely dropped the ball, though, but he would get mad. Come on, man, give me the ball, man. What's going on? That comes with the territory. And them two up there, they know it. They know it. They know it. They know it.
The head coach said, I had a conversation with George, and we can't let what happened at Thanksgiving against the Lions.
Nope.
We can't let that happen again.
Right.
Nope. So that's all I've ever said.
Here's what I'm going to say. What brand you got? What brand do you have? What brand do you have? What kind of football player were you? What kind of football player were you?
That's it. That's your brand.
What kind of football player am I? I don't have to talk about it. It goes in the room before I get there. And at the end of the day,
that's good.
George has to ask himself, what do I want to send on the football field before I get there? I want people to be in the locker room or in their study room, and I want the offensive coordinator come up, guys, we got to stop the run this week. This 22 back here that they got, we can't let him get going.
Yes, sir.
Because
I hate to cut these boys off, but I got to anyway, due to fair use. I will say this, though. He said you don't want to see what happened in Detroit game again, like what happened when we played against the Detroit. Naysayer, I don't want to see what happened when you just got CeeDee Lamb out there again. You guys get what I'm saying? That's a double entendre. Like that's a double conundrum, basically. It's a conundrum, basically. It's not even a double. It's a conundrum. You're going to get rid of a guy because you said you do not want to see what happened in Detroit game again. Well, you also don't want to get rid of him because you don't want what happened a couple of years ago when you got wide receiver wide earth open and they playing volleyball with the football. And the ball bounces off the phalanges, it's picked off, and how this could be a situation that they said, oh, man, it's Dak Prescott's fault. You know, y'all know the DPF. Oh, man, he should have led him just a little bit further, or he shouldn't have thrown the ball too hard in the man's hands. Come on, man. Can't have it both ways.
if we let him get going, 88 going to kill us. Then Novacek going to get going. So we got to figure out a way. How we going to do this? I want them to have a damn nightmare thinking about how they going to stop us.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you can't hold everything back. And when you hold one back, now I understand why. Thank you for the respect.
Yes, sir.
And all I'm saying, George has to develop that kind of, it's not all about me.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with a lot of kids today. They think everything is about them. And so what I learned from Jimmy one day, I'm a rookie. We having our 2-minute drill on Thursday night. You have 2-minute drill. And Jimmy's in charge of spotting the ball. He's the rep.
Yeah.
And so it's 3rd and by 4. I get 5 yards, do my little hookup, catch the ball, first down. I see first down. Jim said no first down, move his back 3 yards. So I was like, no, I got a first down, no first down. He said, no first down, get in the huddle, I said, but coach, I got the first down, get in the huddle, get your butt in the huddle. So I go in the huddle, then we breaking the huddle, coming out, he said, timeout. Call timeout. Troy walks over to the sideline. I go up to him, I said, coach, I got the first down. He said, get your butt in the huddle. Embarrassed me in front of all my teammates. I was mad. So I didn't talk to him. After practice, I walked by him, don't say nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to the meeting room back there, walk past him, don't say nothing. Come back out of the meeting room, going to the training room, walk past him, don't say nothing. Getting ready to leave the training room, walk past him. He said, oh, you're not going to speak? I said, coach, why you get on me like that? Why you embarrass me in front of my teammates? He said, I want you to know something. That wasn't for you. That was for everybody on the team to know that if I can get on my best players, and if you're not one of the top players, then you don't stand a chance. But I was mad because I had to call a timeout I was mad at the OC for not getting to play in time enough. Didn't have nothing to do with you. But I understood that. I said, wow, what a lesson to learn. We thought and we think things are about us. George is not all about you. CD is not all about you. Tight end is not all about him. Dak is not all about you. The 5 guys up front that protect all of y'all, in order for you to get the ball, make it about them.
Yeah.
Because that's how you get the running game going. That's how you get the pass game going. If Dak is on his back, he can't throw a damn pass.
Not at all. Not at all.
So it's just that simple to me.
Hall of Famer, number 22 for the Dallas Cowboys, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt, appreciate it.
Hopefully that educated you.
A little bit.
Do we get to keep this or you going to take it with
you get to keep it.
Okay.
I keep. Oh, but don't nobody give me nothing.
I gave you something.
Appreciate. I'm just saying. I rarely get gifts, but I appreciate that.
Yeah. Shout out to them. So what I did was, how many seasons Chad Ochocinco played in the National Football League? And he was always considered a number 1, right? What if? I didn't even think about it. So, here's what I'm gonna pull up. Don't you know that if I were to compare Chad Ochocinco best season in the National Football League was in 2007. Let me give you all this stat. He had played 16 games, which was cool. He had 93 receptions, 1,440 yards, and 8 touchdowns. That was considered his best season in his career. Let me say this again. Chad Ochocinco best season in his entire career, he had played 16 games, 93 receptions, 1,440 yards with 8 touchdowns. Pickens' best season of his NFL career, he had played 17 games, 93 receptions, 1,429 yards with 9 touchdowns. What I'm getting at is that I like Ochocinco. I like what he can bring to the table. I'm not to sit here and say that I wouldn't want him on the Cowboys with the silver and blue and the star on the side of his helmet doing all of those antics. But in 1 year, with Dak Prescott, George Pickens, at the age of 23, and he turned 24 this year, eclipsed all what Ochocinco ever did in 1 year. Not to say that George Pickens shouldn't take advice from Chad, because Chad is a damn good receiver. But, man, get your money in Dallas. Don't be trying to chase the bag, because you may not ever go back to having this type of season that you had last season based off of that situation. So how many seasons did Ochocinco play? 11 years? Hey, all I can say is that if we seen what, hear me out, don't y'all know that if Pickens have 2 more seasons like he had just last season, just 2 more, he gonna have damn near a gold jacket, or be arguably in that room of having a gold jacket. Let that sink in, Cowboys Nation. So don't be careful who you listen to far as those news and information and advice. Now, Jerry Jones said he's going to bust the budget wide open. That let me know that they have some type of confines of a mind of a budget. But let's operate within the confines of said budget. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all all of what y'all are able to do for the nation. Happy Saturday to you all. We will be having a Super Bowl gathering or party presented to you by Law Nation Sports. We'll be at Sambuca. Appreciate those who would love to attend. If you need to RSVP for your private table, let me know. The phone number is here. 972-365-1364. I will be your host with the most. I have the table laid out and have the good food and all of that great stuff. And it's going to be I don't know if I'm going to do a marathon show, maybe slice it in half, but it's from 3 p.m. to 10. That's a long time. So I would love to see y'all beautiful faces. If you are in the area tomorrow, come on out, man. Let's enjoy ourselves and get things moving and grooving. Now, Law Nation Sports will be having some other news in the following weeks. I will expound upon that and explain upon that down the stretch. But I don't want to outspeak my wisdom teeth. By the way, but it's good news. Give me that good news, good news. I got my mama right here with me too. Yes, indeed, Cowboys. Just keep your head high all the way through the finish, Cowboys. I thank all of you guys for being who you all are, right? And we had a great time at the Mixer this past Thursday. Dallas meetup was a one-of-a-kind type of event, and I would love to see y'all beautiful faces out there for the next one. And I think we do another one every quarterly now, and we are partnering in with them, and hopefully down the stretch that you may see Law Nation and American Airlines and Dallas College all together, right? But I really appreciate y'all so much. This would not be possible without you all. So I'm going to try to do all I can and all I can do to help elevate the nation and get things moving. Mama said that there'll be days literally just like this, and them mamas knows, man. But even in the mixtures of everything, that's what we do. That prize fighter continues to swing even when he's down, ladies and gentlemen. We may be out, we may be here and there, but overall, ladies and gentlemen, they say the race is not to the swift nor the battle to the mighty. It's to he that endures to the end. And I'm always going to figure out ways to continue to fight and get things moving and grooving the right and proper way. As you guys see, that's me talking to Kevon Frazier and my girl Faye right there. Shout out to Kevon Frazier. He got some business things that he's got going on too, by the way. But it's all about when we do these type of events, yes, we are shoulder to shoulder. But it's all about growth. It's all about measurable things too. When we start talking about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, in the direction the Cowboys need to go, in the direction that they should go, just know this, that in order for you to continue to excel in your plan, you got to have one. You got to have your heart, soul, and sinew straight in with this. And if you really think about it, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad, that you don't get tired and it makes you hold everything taut in your cheek, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither the cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you all away from the things you want. If dogged and grim and besieged and beset with Almighty help, you will get it, Cowboys Nation. That's all the time that I have for this moment. I really thank you all for tuning in and being part of the nation as we continue to grind to shine. And the shining is happening. And I ain't talking about that scary movie back in the days. Was that a scary movie, The Shining? But let's continue to go, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Come on. Yeah. Shout out time. Shout out to your ice cold cowboy. Shout out to you, Stream Element, Jerry Jones. Come on. Big Amish, appreciate you. Come on. Sadiq Charles, thank you. Yeah.
Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me.
Oh, you want to hold me now?
I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies.
Yeah.
Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
What we tell him?
I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady.
Yeah.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy.
You can't call Law lazy. Look at the work that we putting in over here.
I need 6 rings like MJ. And
come on, baby. D in the chat, let's get it.
I wake up, flex,
yeah.
Down that check, no drip this.
Tell him.
Run it up, no sleep, no rest. Might crash, might
now it's time.
First die, stretch. Tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check, no drip this. Tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest. Might crash, might but first die, stretch. Tell him run it up. Make me take that trip way out to you.
Come on, baby, to Dallas. Come on, we gonna be in the Sambuca. Yeah.
Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried.
Yeah.
That's what
shout out to you,
Kid. Love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain.
Come on, join this train now.
That I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up
to the name, baby.
I wake up, flex,
come on,
down that check, no drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
stretch.
Tell them run it up. I wake up.
Come on, join the nation now. Cause when we make it big, I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna be like I had Bama Boy on my side. D in the chat, Big Amish, Ice Cold Cowboy in the chat. Man, we gonna have all of y'all, man. I ain't gonna forget none of y'all. I ain't gonna be high side none of y'all. No, I'm always try to have time. And we're going to be getting things going the best way possible, because even when I was at my low, even when I was in the darkest time, you guys were there for me, and I'm going to be there for y'all regardless. Yeah. So big things moving, big things ain't going to change me. Come on.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Again. Shout out to all of the supers. Shout out to the members. Brandy, appreciate you. Fresh man, appreciate you. Cut it. Brandy again with the super chat. D'Angelo, Brown and them. And Keitra Davis. Appreciate you so much. Love y'all to the stars and back. Sadiq Charles, one love to you as well. Player 2, I follow. Wherever you go, whatever you do. And remember the sounds of soft souls.
7 years of perfect love. 7 more and another one.
And a what?
And another one.
Execute Order 66.
Again.
7 wonders all in one.
Another one.
It's an evil world we live in.
Emotional damage. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
That was easy.
Until next time, DC for life, not for short. And if we offended anyone today, you just offended.
Barton, what is your profession?
Law. That's the profession right there, man. Somebody said that. Hey, Robert Kraft, man, what you doing, man? Hey, wait a minute.
Another one.
I've got balls of steel.
Sacrifice, don't give up the fight. Everything will be alright on any given Sunday, yeah.
On the real,
Depend on you.
me and your mama getting real serious.
You know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday, yeah.
Come on with it, man. One love. I made somebody laugh today. I know I did. Look at him. Jerry with the golden teeth, man. Let me get one of them teeth, man. Let me get some of them tooth I meant to say. Just give me one of them. I know they rich. Let me leave him alone.
Take the money out! All of
Nobody.
it! Come on!
They can come closer
my
than
time,
close.
bro. Come on!
Yeah. Does it matter? Original they never will be.
Until next time, salute. One tooth is like $5,000. Yeah. Oh, I'm still alive. Oops.
I've got balls of steel.
FBI, open up!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Suck.
Shut up!
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
Nope. Oh, look at my African American over here.
He ain't lying.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?